Thank you for taking a few moments to view our Coffee with Manitou session from August 20th, 2014. This video is part 2 of the Coffee with Manitou session. We start this video with Josh Tafoya explaining the different command options, starting with contact by email. The other commands that are covered in this video are attention, suspend, remark, logline, and show.
If there was some reason where you needed to send out an email as a part of this action pattern, we can say contact the key holder and then pick their email address and pick a script that you're going to use, and we can have it set to automatically email out an email message with a particular script that's defined in the supervisor workstation. That's still a contact. That's going to happen if it's the first thing in the list. That if you've got the auto client or the virtual operator as it's called, that will happen automatically. Then it will pop to the operator with the other things that are not auto capable there. Even if you don't have the auto client, you can still put that in there, and it will just pop a screen to the operator with the script filled in with all the details from the alarm, and allow you to send out an email that way. But that's still just a contact here, and contact is actually such a small part of all the things that are possible here with the action pattern. Now, this is a good example with using the panic alarms, because quite often there's a situation where you might call the police and then the operator needs to put it on hold for a little while. And what I've seen from time to time is that somebody will put a note in here that says, in an attention, they'll put an attention in here that says, attention, suspend for 20 minutes right after contacting the police. While that's, that may achieve the same thing, because the operator will see that and go, oh, okay, I need to suspend it for 20 minutes. There's actually a little bit better way to deal with that. From the list up here where it says command, contact is where we started out here. But what we can do is we can actually go down to suspend. We're on minutes here, so if you put in 20, you can suspend as one of your commands. While we're on the subject of suspend, I know that a panic alarm is not the kind of thing that's going to be dependent on daytime or nighttime, but you guys probably have all seen a situation where you have a residential low battery. And a residential low battery, typically the response to that is, why are you calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning if you get that alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning? So quite often when I go to new central stations to train them, one of the things that we'll do is actually set one of the action patterns so that we can suspend until 8 in the morning, starting at 9 at night every day of the week. And if we put that to be the very first item in the action pattern, it prevents the operator from accidentally calling somebody in the middle of the night. That will still work without the auto client, but if you have the auto client, that will just go automatically into the alarm queue and suspend and won't be displayed until whatever time you specify as a part of the action pattern. So that's quite handy for that. Now I skipped over a few things here. Most likely you guys are not going to use the line that says remark, because you can type something in here, but it's kind of a note, like a programming remark. It's something that will never appear to the operator. So you might have something like this. If you end up having 50 lines in your action pattern, a remark every now and then may help you understand why it is that you have something the way that you have it. It's just, like I said, like a programming remark. There's logline, which will add a logline to the log. So, okay, so if it says log, it adds that line into the history. Another one I'm fond of is show, because there's a whole number of things here that we can force the action pattern to show in the alarm screen. So We can have it show the event category or the event code or the programming, but for those ones where you know that there's a floor plan on that account, whether it's a floor plan or a photograph or a satellite picture or whatever it is, you can force it to show the plan screen. You can force it to show the comments so that even though you may have as a part of the comments that the operator must see it, you can force as a part of the action pattern that they see that. You can show a schedule, you can show a script, you can show transmitter notes, transmitter programming. You can even show a URL. And it will pop up that URL within a window inside of Manitou. Usually it's not going to be Google, obviously. Usually it's going to be something more specific. And we can even have the action pattern add these parameters as a part of what it adds to the end of the signal, or to the end of the URL, excuse me. That's getting pretty deep into showing the URL, but if any of you have a URL that you can feed any of these things into, that may be worthwhile to you. So the show command is pretty versatile.
This concludes part 2 of the Coffee with Manitou session. Register today for next month's session at boldgroup.com and check out our upcoming videos on our YouTube page. For more information, contact your account manager today at sales@boldgroup.com.